Yeah, September is a mental health month. Mental Health Awareness Month is every year in September. And today we're here to talk about mental health. But in this case, mental health for the men. I know men do not have voices out there. We're representing the men. And one of the men that I have is my senior citizen, Agre. Agre Shekanavo, who is at the tender age of the early 50s. And when I talk about the age, then you know that he has an experience as a man, as an individual, as a father, and as a family man. What happened to the man? We've seen so many men come out talking about what they are going through. In reference, we have the professor that came out to speak about his life. And then we saw a whole bishop that came up and also talked about his plight in his family, where he brought up his children, took them to school, paid the school fees, made them live a better life. In this case, what causes the man to suffer at a certain age? Is it the decisions he takes while at a young age, or is it meant that men must go through certain suffering because the world does not give them a listening ear? We're here to dive into this. You're most welcome, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
it's a pleasure having you,
Thank you.
Agree, and we always have our controversial topics
Yes,
that I know that
yes,
sometimes
yes.
you see the comments on TikTok, we saw
Yes.
on Facebook, LinkedIn, and so many people coming out. Others come up to either oppose what we say, others agree, but we respect each and every person with their opinion. We're here to share our opinion. You're either to take it or leave it or add it
Yes.
to what you already know.
Yes.
So tell me.
So, mental health. I think it is today that we've gotten to talk about mental health, that it is coming to the fore, and now it is no longer something hidden.
Yes.
We have different words or nomenclatures for mental health.
Yeah.
In Uganda, if somebody has mental health challenges, would say katweungu.
Yeah.
I mean that there is we have all these terminologies that are actually demeaning. Even when you look at at our laws,
Yeah.
the way they define mental health or somebody who has a mental challenge,
Yeah.
that actually even in law you can use you can do away with murder if you claim that you have a mental health challenge,
Yes.
that you had temporary madness.
Yes.
or we call them mad and we say, oh, this is a mad person.
Yeah.
When actually we label people.
Yes.
I think for me, anybody with a mental health challenge, we need to be very careful on how we are very fast to label them.
Yes.
Because any mental illness is like any other illness. It's like when you have malaria, you have you have you have diabetes. You know, we're very quick to say, oh, you know, I have issues with my diabetes, my sugar, my pressure.
Yeah.
You know, we're very quick we sanitize those illnesses.
Yeah.
And yet when it comes to mental ill health, we want now to demonize it. We even associate it with spirits, with the demons and things like that.
Yeah.
We quickly blame Satan, and because it is something that we are unable to, we have not been equipped to deal with.
Yeah.
And so because when our reasoning and perception of things reaches a certain point, then we begin to say, oh, that's spiritual, that is you know, then that is satanic.
Yes.
That is devilish.
Yes.
Oh, the spirits are on you.
Yes.
Why would what problem? What would my great grandparents have to do with me?
I know those were passed on many years ago.
Many years. They have no business with me.
You know, Gray, you remind me. There's this when somebody wants to say something unreasonable. They bring in the devil, the God and the devil. I've seen this, something very unreasonable and objective and offensive. They tend to bring in the God and the evil. The God and the devil in place, and they tell you, oh, it's my ego, it's my, my whatever. They always blame the devil, and then they blame, when they want something positive, they bring in the God. So when they want to really come out of it, to secure themselves, they bring in the devil. Something very illogical, and they choose to tend to use that as an escape God. And they say it's my ego, others say it's the devil that did this, and then when there's something positive, they say the God actually helped me into that. So I think it's an escape, where people tend to escape the reality of the real points that we're discussing right now.
Exactly. Now, let's also look at the realities. That you see, we have doctors for all these other illnesses, except the one that deals with the mental health. I think this country has about maybe 21 consultants, mental consultants or psychiatrists. About 21 at consultancy level, or specialists. And yet, actually, in law, every district hospital is supposed to have at least a psychiatric nurse, or a psychiatric doctor. Every regional hospital is supposed. Some of the things that we take to hospital actually do not probably require. And recently there was a conference in Kampala here, Uganda Conference on Health, Human Rights and Development. Just a few days ago, with one of the local agencies, SEHAD and Ministry of Health. But they were actually, and I was lucky to attend that conference. They were clear to say that 80% of the diseases we suffer probably do not require a health care worker, or do not need the direct Ministry of Health. They are determined by other things, but then we end up in the hospital. Look at but to bring it back to the issue of mental health, the issues that cause us mental ill health are outside the hospital or the healthcare system. But where do we end? In the healthcare system. And what did, I think a week ago or two, Butarika Referral Hospital said that they are actually full. They are beyond their holding capacity. If any one of us here gets a mental breakdown, please forget about Butarika Referral Hospital. They have no space for you or for me. So in this month of mental health awareness, please let's take care of our mental health. Because the hospital that would all run to, which is Butarika, has no space for you. They can't take in any extra person. And that report is there. It was published. So what does that mean? So when we, and there are many, as I mentioned, the determinants of our mental ill health are outside the health situation. They could be economical, they could be family related, they could be conflict, as I mentioned, family conflict. It could be loss of a job. It could be loss of property. Now if you get in the newspapers, and I feel sorry for the entrepreneurs, where every day there is a property that is being auctioned. And the banks are taking those properties and they are giving you 21 days. That show cause and it is by, they call it wanyondo.
Yeah.
So you think these entrepreneurs or these businesses or these persons whose properties are being auctioned
Yeah.
and at a giveaway price, are they mentally stable? Are they good fathers? Are they good mothers? Are they good sons and daughters? No, it cannot leave them the same.
Yeah.
And therefore, every step that we take, we must be mindful if it is not going to affect our mental health.
Yeah.
If if you look at the traffic situation in this country, if you look at the food you eat, every determinant out there
Yes.
is actually against our mental health.
Yes.
And therefore, if there is anything we need to guard
Yes.
and protect,
Yes.
it is your mental health. If people are arguing about Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, and all that,
Yeah.
and you feel that it is going to affect your mental health, please walk away.
Yeah.
If you see that uh, that you are having an argument with your wife, with your children,
Yeah.
please walk away.
Yeah.
Please take a break.
Yes.
If you look at our colleagues, you know, take advantage of the travel industry,
Yeah.
of the hospitality industry. Take a break.
Yeah.
Go for a holiday.
Yeah.
Plan for it, or maybe just have walk. Simply go and have a walk. If you are having a conflict with your brother and you feel like you can box each other, take a walk.
Yeah.
Manage your anger. Find ways of managing your anger. And one of the easiest for me is I belong to a walking club,
Yeah.
Crazy Summiters. Every Saturday, we at least gather as a group, go out and dance,
Yeah.
go out and sing,
Yeah.
you know, go in the secluded spaces. And actually, maybe allow me pass this kalango.
Yes.
You've been at Nalia Motel.
Yeah.
When was the last time you found us playing music, blaring music?
No.
Serenity. Look
Yeah.
for spaces of serenity.
Yeah.
Go outdoors. This is, I think for me, Nalia Motel is a sanctuary for mental health recovery, because you have to look for the green spaces, you have to eat well, eat right. You know, one of my Indian friends says, when I see Ugandans eating and all that, I feel like, oh, are they all builders?
Yeah.
You know,
They will all eat the bigger portions.
you look at the portions we eat and all that and
Yeah.
all that, and the next thing. So binge eating is also one of how people are trying to manage their mental ill health and all that. But let's look for spaces. Let's also get involved. Let's engage the people who are your peers. Who do you? You've mentioned the bishop. Who pastors the pastor?
Yeah.
You
Nobody.
know,
Yeah.
that bishop that came out in the media,
Yes.
the Pentecostal bishop from Rakai,
Yeah.
who said his children are chasing him. They have ganged up with his wife. The professor, former ambassador, owner of a university, um, and coming out how he's having his challenges with his wife and things like that, and fighting over property. Question is, who are the people that he talks to?
Yeah.
You know, and probably spaces like this help some of us. Not that we love the camera or something like that, but it is one way that probably we are managing our mental health. Yes.
You see, when you talk about the professor, I know him personally. I've spoken to him. I've been there. What he's been going through, actually, I am very, very much aware. Deeper, that if I chose to share a story about his plight, I would actually be among people that really would talk about his life, professor. Okay, what worries me is that professor came out, and then the bishop came out, and within a week it all went silent. Nobody came up. We didn't see anybody, the bodies come up to talk about it or to come and really bring out the man and say, let's save the man. Because by the time that age comes in, others are blaming him. We're blaming him. Maybe he took up a wife that was much younger than him. That's where they have already ticked. Of course, they say, no, at your age, professor, you should have got a much more younger woman, which is unfair treatment because that was his choice, whether it was a younger woman or not. And I don't think that should be the reason, because the younger woman had accepted to go with him. And then when you look at, then when we're talking about the younger woman, because we're saying professor took up a young woman, let's say it was a mistake of him as a man. Then we see the bishop who has the wife, and here he's suffering because of his own children and the wife who was the agement. So we say, where was the challenge? Where do we balance it now? Because everything that comes out, the man is to blame. And we are blamed until when a man brings out a machete or brings out and does an act that nobody expects him, then they say either he should have walked away or he should have talked to be helped. Where do men go for help? Because first of all, status. Men will always suffer because of the status we are in. Maybe you had a big position. Maybe you are the pastor out there. You are the bishop out there. You are the CEO of the company out there. You are the founder of the company. You are the big boss. But mentally, mental health has nothing to do with your position, whether you're poor or rich. It's the mind that actually falls sick.
And I mentioned the hospitality industry. Whoever is listening to us, we're not going for your money. We're actually there for your mental health.
Yes.
Look at the time you'd spend in a national park near water.
Yes.
Near the hill, go to the hills. I've always asked myself and asked others, look at where the churches are set. Look at where the mosques are set. On a hill.
Yes.
There is power on a hill. Or you find that people are having homes at the waterfront. Waterfront. When the waves hit.
Connect with the nature.
Connect with the nature. Connect with the nature. For me, I think they call it forest therapy.
Yes.
Forest therapy, mountain therapy, walk therapy, all those.
Yes.
Get time. We have time for everything except for ourselves.
Yes.
We're very concerned about the flock.
Yes.
And then that's where I asked, who pastors the pastor? And I think probably the church, the Catholic Church, the Anglican Church, each of the bishops has a chaplain. An archbishop, a bishop of the Anglican Church, of the Protestant Church. I don't know the difference. We'll get the difference. But the Catholic Church, which I am familiar with, each of the bishops, each of the archbishops has a chaplain. Because he also needs somebody to counsel, somebody to preach to them. Somebody, we think they know it all when they come to the pulpit, but they need also somebody to talk to them, to anchor them and say, Bishop, and probably have a debate. You see, when you look at Kampala, and this is it's foolishness that we think of development. Look at the golf course, the Kampala golf course. It starts from the other side of Mulago. By the way, on a round of golf, you will walk 8 kilometers. So you're playing tap, tap, and you follow the ball. So if you have leaders who don't play golf, who don't swim, who do not walk, and all they think is about siren, wah, wah,
off.
You
Yeah.
know, look
And
at
then
the
bodyguard.
noise.
Yeah.
Look at the noise and every space like Nadia, which used to be a serene place.
Yes.
It is church there. They are playing da 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 da. They are playing. Everyone is shouting.
Yeah. And everyone at Kampala is full of noise.
So where do we see children that they are taking their lives?
Yeah.
We have a case of Ntare School.
Yeah.
When I share with my children and my nephews, they think I went to an international school.
Yeah.
Because school started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
10:30 we had break, and we had to go out and play for 30 minutes.
Yes.
I'm talking of primary school.
Yes.
At 11 o'clock, we go back to class. And then we study for about 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And from 12:30, we begin singing. Made the lower classes now, that is when we engage in singing and dancing and all that. When was the last time you went out to dance?
Rare. Because they are rare dance classes. They are there, but not so
Go
common.
out and dance, go to the club.
Yeah.
Now Kampala has no discotheque.
Actually,
no.
in Kampala, there are no discotheques anymore. I just want to tell you this.
So where do
and people think it is modernity. It's the modern times, especially people from Kampala. They always think that because when you see Angenois,
yes,
Civic
Club
Royal,
Silk.
Club Silk, and from Angenois it came to what?
Well, and Angemistic,
Mystic, whatever.
and
So
Governor.
on Governor, these
Yes.
clubs went down, but people thought it is the modern way because the
That
open bars have come
Kamugwedalu.
through. Yes.
Kamugwedalu.
Yes.
Because now the green spaces, you took them away
Yes.
and put up structures.
Yes. And then the clubs have also shut down.
So in Kampala, where do I play football from? Because the pitches were taken away.
People have started creating these funny pictures that I've seen that have no green. Actually, they are just small spaces people have created for people to go in and
But
socialize.
Kampala,
Maybe.
if you look at the Kampala structure,
Yes.
it was planned the city.
Yes.
Except that now we have forgotten that these. If you look at there was the freedom area. I think the grounds towards Queensway.
Yeah.
There was that ground space.
The Independence.
Yes, I think the Independence Park.
Yeah.
Now you can't go
City
to
Square.
You can't go to City Square.
Yes.
I hope we're still talking about mental issues, mental health.
Yes.
And for me, where do you go and relax in Kampala?
Nowhere. Because if you look at many countries, people go to the parks on Saturday, and these parks should actually be in the city where people go relax and enjoy the nature. Even
my
beaches
Kampala. My time in Kampala was in Kamocha.
Yeah.
I'll be careful not to mention the year, but it was around 1995.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Talk about the age. Some of the people. Now we had Children's Park Kamocha.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to Children's Park Kamocha?
Very few people do not remember it even.
That is where Cafe Javas is.
Yes, at that place where Cafe Javas is, where there is a petrol station.
There is a petrol station, and there is a food court now.
Yes.
And then there is a green area that was left there.
Yeah.
But even accessing it is quite a challenge. You have to go through down the petrol station. But how many people still remember that was actually a children's park?
Yeah.
People don't know the grounds of Sheraton belong to KCCA.
Yes, up to that. But Sheraton took over.
Now accessing it. Now, when we were in high school, we would go to KCCA. There's a library there. I don't know if people know that actually KCCA has a library.
Yes.
So you'd go to the library, read, and actually access the grounds.
Yes.
So where are the green spaces? If you disconnect with nature, your mental health is bound to go down. So some of us, we do not, even Kampala is also very different. Now, let me also talk about Nalia.
Yeah.
Nalia, the estate, and Nalia main. there were green spaces in Nalia. I have now seen this. The green spaces in Nalia have been taken up by high-rise structures. So I will not be surprised that the people of Nalia area are now having mental
health issues because of the high-rise buildings that have come into the community.
Because the green spaces have been taken away. In the 90s and early 2000s, Nalia was misty. Just down here in the valley, it would be all misty, and it would be, the mornings were excellent, the air was good. So we have led ourselves to where we are now. Now, I would be, I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about the professor and the pastor about how they are dealing with family, and how men, as we get into our 60s, as we get into there is a Kinyankole proverb which says buto nekolera bukuru. There are issues, especially of mental health, that come as we age. That's why people say obukadde ntondo. You know, oli myaka gyentondo, meaning you're of advanced age, or you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, 60s, and things like that. You quickly get annoyed, you know. And probably that's why people were saying, at a certain age, because you're very picky and anything can annoy you, so you need to step away from certain positions of leadership, because probably mental issues get in.
Isn't it because that we underlook certain things? Because as we grow older, we don't take care of our mental health. We don't consider certain things as very important. Because when you're talking about going out, going to discos, if you go there with your gray hair here, guys will chase you out that you're an old man, you shouldn't go for discos. I would want to give you an experience. I was in Germany, in the Bavarian region, and what I learned from the place is called and then Munich as well. I realized that the younger generation are seriously working, and the clubs, only those beyond 50 were the ones that are in the clubs and enjoying their beer.
They can afford,
and were in the clubs and doing everything. In Africa here, it's different. The younger generation is wasting away into the bars, and then the old are being discarded. Now, when we get to the age, for example, as we grow older, what is common in Africa is that the men tend to retract to their homes. As they retract to their homes, this is where they are faced with mental health issues, where the wife rejects you and starts fighting with the very children, who others claim that you abandoned them at a certain age, and now you're coming back as a wasted man. They call it wasted because you're retiring. And then the man goes back to a home where he expected to be welcomed. Now he stays longer in his house, and now everybody sees him as a burden. And then this comes up when you find financially you cannot afford to get away with it or go out there and enjoy and say, okay, let me go and find my way for about a week. You don't have the money. Or maybe the finances you have, the money you have, is actually enough to take care of you and your family, but the family here is rejecting you. They are looking at you as a burden because you are now staying longer in your house and enjoying more of your compound, and you become a liability. So is this the cause? Is this the cause of why you're seeing all this happening?
Reflectively, you see, oba nange ntuuse emyaka egy'entondo oba gitandise okuyingira. Growing up, And I will use the example of maybe Mulago Hospital and other places. And people would, of course, people would say, oh, things have changed. The way things change, the more they remain the same. You see, and let's look at the employment structure in the civil service.
Yeah.
I do not know in any of the traditional districts if there is no place called the senior quarters and junior quarters.
Yes.
Go to Mbale, go to Soroti, go to Gulu, go to Mbarara, go to Kabale, go to Fort Poto, go to Arua. I mean the traditional districts. Each of them had senior quarters, junior quarters. In Kasese, we even had Choli quarters, where the Cholis used to be. You know, why? When you were posted in a given district as a civil servant, you were given, or as a civil servant, as a teacher, you would be, if you are a junior staff and probably you have no family, you would also be living in a certain sort of community.
Yeah.
When you got a family, you shifted maybe to, but also it would come with age and things like that. So then you have gotten a family, you're given a house. Actually, even when you look at the salary structure, and you ask maybe your human resource manager and whatnot, they still break down those things, by the way, and say this is for your transport, this is for your housing, this is. So if you were a doctor posted to Mbarara Hospital, there was a place for you.
Yeah.
And probably you would go with your family.
Yeah.
If you were a police officer and you are of a certain rank, you would be given a unit that commensurates with your family.
Yeah.
But also those were things to manage us, of where you can't have 6 children and all that and all that and all that. There is a certain structure that if you're given a house that has 2 bedrooms, then they are telling you you cannot have more than this number of children.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, the point I'm making is you find that you're posted, say, Agra, I'm a civil servant, I'm posted in Chisoro. I was staying with my family here in Nalia. And then as I've moved to Chisoro, they have maybe remained in Nalia. Yeah. Or I have taken them to Bunyaruguru.
Yes.
And I can only come after 6 months.
Yes.
Are these children still connected to me?
No.
Is my wife still connected to me?
No.
And probably I'm not even coming in 6 months. I am coming
in a year.
In a year. I know of colleagues who work with UN agencies, and every 3 months, if you cannot stay with your spouse, if you cannot move with your spouse, you are given travel every 3 months, every quarter. When you join the UN system, you are okay, at a senior level. Yeah. I have had a discussion with some people in there. They maybe at the UN headquarters, you are allowed actually to move with your spouse. And if they were working at an Nalia Motel as a chef, they would match their pay to that, so that the family remains together. So the current work system is anti-family. Yeah. And therefore we should not be surprised. And probably the collapse of capitalism will lead us back to the social intention of God. Yes. That a family needs to be together. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, the rejection I mean, look at maybe the ambassador or the bishop. He is busy now. Let me also share with this. You know, my family is an interesting one, that we have Muslims, we have Catholics, we have Protestants.
Yeah.
And probably most of Ugandan families are like that.
Yeah.
So in my family, we're very careful not to talk ill of any religion, because the next relative is a Muslim, is a Catholic, is a Protestant, is a Pentecostal.
Yeah.
I have also seen others take on new religions, like Buddhism.
Yes.
So I didn't know until recently.
And you're speaking to a Buddhist, by the way.
Oh,
I am a Buddhist.
interesting.
Yes, I practice Buddhism, and that's me.
So no, and I think 3 days ago, one
Yeah.
of my relatives came here and was telling me. So when we were going to have a meal, and we were like, in the name of the Father, the Son, he just reminded us.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah.
Then he's like, I am actually Buddhist. This is
Yes.
my cousin.
Yes.
So we're very careful now,
Yeah.
of tolerant.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, when a reverend, a bishop in the Anglican Church is being ordained, maybe the bishop,
Yeah.
you are ordained with your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, you're consecrated with your
Yeah.
wife as a bishop. Be watchful. The Anglican bishops move with their spouses.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Yeah.
He's not going to be on a pastoral duty without the wife.
Yeah.
The chair of the bishop and that of the wife are in tandem. So if you're hosting, and then that is where you realize that in the Anglican Church, probably the wife of the bishop is the leader of Mothers Union. I don't know. I don't know very clearly. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
But you'll find that she's involved in the Mothers Union.
Yes.
So there is.
Well, she's an icon.
Yes, but it is about the harmony.
Yeah.
It is these structures. Let's not negate structures. I love structures. I love systems. There is a certain intentionality. When you look at say again, the Catholic Church, every seminary you see, there is a pitch. Yeah. You must be skilled. Yeah. You must have a certain skill. You must play football. You must play basketball. I mean, most of my relatives in my place of Vinyarguru, every 10 households, there is a priest. Yeah. So, but they know of some game. They play basketball, they swim, they play football. You know, all of these are there to take care of the mental health. Yeah. So if you are in these structures, you know, probably, well, I'm using probably so much. Yeah. When one time I traveled with a colleague, and he said, hey, I thought Europe was all buildings. No, I said, actually, no. Yeah. No, there are green spaces, yes. There are waterfronts, there are water spaces, yeah. And they are involved in all sorts of. When you look at the houses that we're staying in, yeah. They cannot leave us the same. Yes. You have no ventilation. The engineers have to be involved in these things. Enyumba z'ennaku zino tezirina bumooli. The houses that we're staying in have no ventilation. That affects our mental health. Yeah. That completely. If there is no air circulation in your house, that has an effect. They want to make them more secure because of the insecurities. Everyone is barricaded, and so are you surprised that our children have issues because have issues? They are not given time to play. They wake up at 4 a.m. some of our children were being picked by the van,
Yeah.
and we were like, no, you can't come here at 5 to pick a child. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
It stresses the parent and stresses
Now
the child as
you
well.
stay in Bulindo, and I'm giving an example.
You cross over the children to Kampala parents.
Kampala,
Yes, every day.
every day.
Yeah.
You find them in the cars. They are doing homework.
Yeah.
By the time they reach home, they are tired.
Yeah.
They have, from you pick them at 5, you reach home at 10.
Yeah.
You now, by the time you even reach home, you can't have a proper meal.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, where is Chicken Express? Where is Cafe Javas? Where
Yeah.
is KFC? Now your children every day they are eating wrong food,
Yeah.
and so you think they will have clear
Proper
mental
meal.
health?
No.
No, we no longer have meals as families.
Yeah.
You know, when food is served, everyone goes to the kitchen, picks their run, they're on this, they are on the different gadgets. You know, everyone eats from the hey.
And the law would be very, very simple to say there's no child that should cross over from the locomotive area. Protect the children, because you can't live in Kitende and every day you're crossing over your children to Kampala parents, or these schools that are in town.
Yes.
So a child should be able to stay a certain, distance from home.
Yes.
But you see, our parents
Just
are funny
let
here.
me just give you a quick
Yeah.
example. I have 2 cousins, Sweden and Denmark.
Yeah.
Their children ride to school.
Yeah.
You go to the nearest school.
Yeah.
One of our media colleagues, and I don't think he feels offended mentioning his name, Julius Mchunguzi, when he moved to London, he shared this on social media that a week after he gets a call, and they're saying, we know your children, this age, these are the schools near where you're staying. And you can choose which of the schools you would wish to go to.
Yes. Yeah.
This is how a planned country
Yes.
is organized.
Yeah.
People who are properly led, the people who are speaking English, who are enlightened, you've negated your job of taking up political leadership. Everything under the sun is governed by 2 things: the law and the politics.
Yes.
But above all, the politics. If you're not involved in the local politics, please do not come to tell us about your mental health, because you've chosen by not choosing.
Yes.
Yes, because who is leading you in your locality? I have engaged actually our local councillor here in this place, because I'm very concerned. Who is leading us? Because all of these, the people who are planning for these towns that we're staying in these villages, they are busy giving away the green spaces. Do they know about that? But yet, when the national housing was, say, planning Nalia Estate, they were very intentional. If you look at Bugolobi flats, you look at Bukoto flats, there were green spaces. The brown flats and the white flats, there were green spaces. Now those green spaces have been taken.
I don't know where the engineers are. Maybe we no longer have the engineers.
So we are now telling you that the engineer has a responsibility on how he builds your house. The person planning your house has an effect. The leader, the local councillor you are electing or have not chosen to go to elect, and then you say, oh, these lumpens are the ones leading us in Kampala. They are,
maybe
probably
I think it should be a decision. You see, when it is a collective decision by government, I think that's where it comes up much more better. That there are rules and regulations, or there are standards that must be followed and should never be taken off. And then also the engineer will apply what they want, and they should be actually taken accountable what they've not done
Yes.
right.
Yes.
When we talk about where you see your children moving,
Yes.
today parents,
Yes.
you get a school of 500,000
Yes.
for your school fees,
Yes.
and they tell you your van to transport these children is 300,000
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
And this is a whole term or month
Yes.
rate.
Yes.
And then you find the children are suffering all through. And then you expect to get children who are mentally okay. At a certain age, they are either losing interest in the education or they are retarded, because
Yes.
they call it retarding, you know. And then you find schools are saying that we have to take these children to school. I'll give you another example. You know, children got holidays on 25th of August. And then on 6th of September,
They're going back.
they said they should go back. But I, as a parent, I said my child will not report on that day. On 6th, you know, you can't. They are supposed to report on the 15th. But imagine a child has not had time to rest at home or do certain things at work, at home, for them to be able to prepare for school again. So you're breaking off on the 25th of August, you're calling children again on the 6th, and there's nobody who will talk about it.
You see, it stems from there. I have always asked, are the children today more brighter than us?
Maybe no.
Sometimes I even look at their books and I'm like, you're still studying Mansamsa.
Yeah, Mansamsa. Yeah.
You're still drawing the housefly.
Yes.
And you're still, and then your counterparts in Korea and in other places, you're doing PCB and you're not studying oil and gas. But the child in level 9 is saying in some country that has no mineral. They're studying geology.
Yes.
At high school and secondary school. I mean, I get an opportunity to interface with the clients that we get here at Nariam Hotel and Chambera Safaris and interact with the children. They are studying geology, they are studying Africa, they are studying, they are studying things, minerals, you know, now. But your children are waking up at 4 a.m. to study Mansamsa.
Yes.
To study the Uganda Railway.
The source of River Nile.
And they are waking up at 5 a.m.
The Uganda Railway they are studying
is no longer. Why was it going to Kasese? My children have asked, so Papa, where is the railway that goes to Kasese? And so I'm like, I am the one I was the last man to see the railway traveling. And I was telling them, in the whole family, I probably may be the only one, the last generation that has traveled using a train from Kasese to Kampala. And they were like, you mean there was a train coming from, you know? All that was to avoid accidents.
And imagine we'll have less accidents on the road.
So,
the most interesting, you know.
But going back again onto the school system, probably we've touched about everything. But look at it. There is no time for these children to play. They are not. They are not involved in handwork. They are not involved in creatives. They are not involved in the drama. They are not involved in football. They are not involved in games, physical nature. And then the other thing that, so we definitely, I think the late Dr. Ndianabanji was a very serious advocate on mental health, and she was talking about the things that we have neglected, and then the contrary. All these things were set up to take care of our mental health. So, but also if you look at even the way the schools were distributed in Kampala, it was intentional. There was Kiswa Primary School to take care of Bugolobi. There was Kalinaviri Primary School to take care of this area. There was Chambogo Primary School to take care of that Chambogo. There was Makerere University Primary to take care of that. You know, so then there was Namirembe Infant to take care of that. Now, you're going to say, okay, liberalization of education and all that. Yes, but it needed to be guided. Now, you even meet people. I mean, there are so many things that are causing us mental ill health than we probably need to go back to factory settings or a reset of this community so that now we can manage mental health.
And where we see the effect coming up is where the men are coming out. And
Yes.
this is where you see that somebody, if he had a good plan at the age of 70,
Yes.
he wouldn't suffer.
Yes.
But because he came in through no guidance, nothing, but because he was a strong man, in quotes, everything, people think that he should be able to resist, or he should be able to resist the shock once the shock comes in at the age of 60 or 70. But when we go back to the man, yes, all this has gone through this. And a man reaches at a certain age where we are focusing on a man. I'm sorry, viewers would say that we are focusing on a man and we're leaving out the female, because women have a lot of spaces that they have been hoped through. But the man, this man who is dying younger, I call it younger, 60 you're young, 70 you're young, and 80 you're young. A man who has really been through all these challenges. In all this, where is the space
for the man?
For the man, and does it when a man comes out to speak about the plight he's going through, to speak about the suffering in there, you as a man, if a man chose to come out, does it make them weaker?
No.
As a man also, how do you tell that man that is going through that challenge right now to wake up?
Let's create
before
spaces.
He sees his own grave.
Let's create spaces.
Yes.
One of the groups that I belong to is called Men of Valor.
Yeah.
And we meet irregularly, but when we meet, we talk about some of these issues.
Yes.
I also belong to Nalia Book Club.
Yes.
So I have, maybe as an individual, tried to seek out spaces of expression, of managing these. Now, also at school, my high school, my O-level school, we have a league, Kagwa League, St. Kagwa Old Boys League. And we have a group where we go and play. Okay? We call ourselves Ebhanda. We go in that league. And actually now we're going to season 6.
Yeah.
So that is for the last 6 years. We've been meeting to connect. Because you see, your OBs, you need them.
Yeah.
One of my actually is also an OB, Alan, told me and said, Agre, you better handle me very well. Because when your daughters are getting married, I will be the one to sit next to you.
Yeah.
And today, through those connections, I was with again the person that Alan led me to, Joe Karijenda. Bravo. Your P1 schoolmate, your senior 1 deskmate, your maybe college or university person is the one you will need when you're 70. Yeah. People were saying, oh, Museveni, the people he came with, oh, the people of Ontari, they were the one he went to Dar es Salaam with. You wanted him to pick who? So, I am keeping, actually, our 1995 class, both at Nagarama and at St. Kagwa. I am in those groups.
Yeah.
We have a very close, neat relationship with those groups. NOSA, Nagarama Old Students Association, St. Joseph's Nagarama.
Yeah.
We support each other.
Yes.
We even the prefects, by the way, I was even part of the prefects of St. Joseph's Nagarama. We even have a group of prefects. So you will need those. Those are the people you will need when you're 70. So if you have chosen to throw them away, you will have trouble. Because in the pursuit of money and in pursuit of excellence,
Yeah.
and you neglect these relationships.
Yeah.
You will need them when you're 70.
Yeah.
You will need them when you're 80.
Yeah.
They will. You see, even in the army, when a major dies,
Yeah.
who lifts the case?
Actually, fellow majors.
Fellow majors.
Not
So
the
who
captain.
is your major
Yeah,
in your
true.
life?
Yeah.
Who is your colonel in
Yeah,
your
life.
in your life?
Yes.
Who is your captain?
Yeah.
Who is your lieutenant?
Yeah.
You know, your cohort, members of your cohort.
Yeah.
You see, now through Enterprise Uganda, I joined the
Empreteco.
Empreteco,
The 77th
seventh cohort. You see,
Yes.
yes, I'm part of the 77th cohort.
Yes.
Eh?
The Empreteco.
Of the Empretecos,
Yeah.
under United Nations.
Yes.
So for me, I am not joining all these associations and social clubs
Yeah.
because I have all the time. No, it is for my mental health.
Yeah.
It is to take care of my 60s
Yeah.
and my 70s and my
Yeah.
80s.
I think somebody will not understand you when you say that secure yourself first as a man. They will call you selfish. Everybody banks or invests in their children. But as times change now, we're realizing that actually children have their own life to lead.
Yes.
And so many men are being disappointed. Unfortunately, we get disappointed at an age that you can't change things.
No, there are proverbs that have got to change.
Yes.
You know, there are stupid proverbs in Runyankore like, oh, I retract the word.
Yes.
I retract the word.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That when a rabbit has grown old, it now begins to suckle on its children.
And its children, yes.
That has to change.
And that it is changing.
Because children have their own lives.
Yes.
Our youngest, Nganzi, is 9 years. Now, my job, let me do my job.
Yeah.
Let him be a human being of his own.
Yeah.
Oh, I want you to be a lawyer. He probably wants to be a graphics designer.
Yeah.
Oh, I want you to be an accountant. One of our daughters wants to cook. Why are you forcing these things on them? Please don't bring your failure onto the children.
Yes.
No. If you failed to be a lawyer, please don't, and your child wants to be a mechanic.
Let them be.
Let them be.
Maybe because of the mistakes that I made.
Yes.
It's what I'm using to advise my children. If I realized that I wanted to be a doctor and now I want my children to be, and that time I couldn't because maybe I didn't have school fees. And now I want my children to be the doctor and the lawyers out there.
It's ego.
It's ego.
The guy who works on your car, the mechanic, is he your relative?
No.
When you go to the hospital, the person working on you, the doctor, is he your relative?
No.
Let's not define children and just box them. My father wanted me to work in government. I have never worked in government. Let him deal with his disappointments.
Yeah.
Okay. He even actually looked for jobs for me in government. Talk to this minister. And I'm like, with my independent mind, I do not think I can. I probably, when I'm 50, 55, I'll begin thinking of working for government because I will have calmed down.
Yeah, and then they will reject you because you're also expired. So thank you so much, guys.
No, before we sign out,
yes,
let's look at this issue of securing yourself as you advance.
Yeah.
When you fly, and they will the person, what are they called, the ladies and the men who the stewards in the airplane, they say, in case of turmoil, first secure yourself and then secure the child next to you.
Yeah.
When we are in the medical world, they say that when they find there's a challenge, the doctors can terminate a pregnancy in order to secure the mother.
Yeah.
So is life. So is the way we need to live. You are sending, I see people in this life, I sacrificed for these children. Who told you?
Yeah.
The children will ask you, who told you?
Yes, it was your
It
responsibility.
was your job.
and your
I did not
responsibility.
ask you to send me to Canada. Now these children, I sent them to Australia. I sent them to Canada.
Canada.
I said, they cannot come and see me.
Yeah.
Hey. No.
Yeah.
Let's not get there.
You sent them to have a life.
You sent them to have a life.
A life.
So nobody was forcing you that you must pay all the millions and that you must sell your land, you must sell your, you must do whatever, become a thief for them. Yes, don't become a thief for them. They will even ask you, Papa, why did you become a thief? Oh, you see, I had to steal so that you guys can have a good life, go to Canada. Oh, Papa, you can't be a thief for us to be. No.
It was your choice.
They will reject you because you became a thief. So let the children reject you. Now you face the music that you chose to play. Two, about the children. These children have no business with us. That this proverb or this banyankore proverb that ormekuru kurarwo nk'abana barwo, its time has ended. It is over.
Do your role.
Do your role.
Give the children what they want.
Yes. Secure yourself.
Within your means.
Within your means.
Talk about what they want within your means. And then once you give it to them, you have no claim.
You have no claim. You have no claim over their
I know there are parents that will be watching this and they'll think that maybe we're not parents.
No.
They will think we're very selfish men.
No,
but in reality, to me, actually, I would think that if you have 100 shillings, give 40 maximum to your children. 60 is for you. Because
maybe next time we will talk about how you need to split your earnings.
Yes, or in reality.
Maybe
we'll talk about it, and then people would really understand the reality. And of course, everybody has time to judge. Somebody will say, no, I've given my children because I love them more. I've given them everything that they need, and I've remained with nothing.
You probably have become their enemy.
You become foolish at the end of the day.
Or some of us who have been foolish. Now is the time
for us to
rearrange our
It's never too late for as long as we are still alive.
Some of us have made 1,000 mistakes. And so we are even engaged in this discussion. You know, we've succumbed to people who do not speak life in our lives. You go to this singer and tells you, oh, you, Solomon, hey, Joe, you haven't married. Am I marrying for you?
Yes. We need children. We need grandchildren. Your mother is putting on pressure to give them grandchildren.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Ready.
So you find that you're making those mistakes and they are affecting your mental health. Avoid people who are negative.
You have one child, they're asking for the second one. You have a girl child, they're asking for a boy child.
There is even one who told me, hey, Agra, you can't have one child.
Yes. So you can't have one child.
Because for about 5 years, we only had one child.
Yes.
You know? And they don't know if we were looking or not.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, Agra, and you're a woman, you have one child. Oh.
Yes.
Do you know what we're going
Others say you have a wife and you don't have children.
And then they begin telling you, oh, your wife, your wife, for 5 years, you've been married, you're not giving us children. Oh, your man is filling the toilet. Hey, I am telling you, these are things that I have seen. Whose toilet? Your toilet?
Yes.
Do you know what me and my wife are going through?
Yeah.
You know, are you sure we are even ready for children?
Yes.
There are certain people you don't need in your life that you must cut out completely for your mental health.
Yes.
That singer who disturbs you, maternal aunt or paternal aunt who is forcing you, or your brother or your mother-in-law who is telling you, we need a son.
Yes. And you're stressing a woman who has 4 daughters, and you're asking her that she's looking for
and yet it is your son who determines the sex.
And even the son finds he has already got 4 daughters,
And
They're
it's
asking
comfortable.
him to give him even to go and try again and look for another sex, and then that's a more of a burden to him. And after getting this baby boy that he was looking for, poverty strikes him because at the end of the day, he can't afford to take care of this children. I think these are stereotypes. We'll have a topic on that.
But they affect our mental
Yes,
being.
yes. So guys, as we discuss all these things, we're trying to come up and end up saying, how is your mental health? And what creates all these mental health challenges? We're discussing about family. We're discussing about the more children you have. We're discussing about the finances. Guys,
Business, we're talking
you
about
may choose to pick what we've discussed, but all it ends on our mental health. And September every year is a month of mental health awareness
and well-being.
and well-being. Can we look at how we can remain in our mental state that will actually be spread to others as well? Because once, like for example, there's a saying that pure minds create pure land. Impure minds create impure land. So, in this case, look at what your pure mind will create. And definitely, it will create a pure land. So, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, my brother. It's a pleasure having you. And I'm very honored that you're always speaking your mind. And I know some people and one another agree of Naria Motel. Naria Motel is a place that you need to visit and see where we do our recording from, but not only for that purpose. Come and look at the plants that they have. They do amazing foods. Plants are here, but a very small getaway for you for your mental health. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for next podcast.